The Kailua Village Design Commission will come to order. The time is 5:16 p.m. And I'm just going to start off by reading the COVID proclamation. Based on the mayor's proclamation regarding COVID-19, these meetings will be online until further notice. It's to prevent the spread of COVID-19 and to maintain social distancing. My name is Sean Roth. I'm the chairperson of the Kailua Village Design Commission. We'll go through and introduce the commissioners that are online right now. I see Riley Smith, Arn Werchek, Grant Cheng, and Ann Kern is in the planning office, yeah. John Hetherington, Zahn Sullenberger, and it looks like Michaela Ikiuchi is online, even though her connection is maybe spotty, but she's here.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Hopefully the rain holds off for a little while. Okay. The commissioner's role is to provide an architectural and design review of proposed projects, including landscaping and signage within the Kailua Village Special District. The commission is an advisory body. For sign permits, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Public Works Director for action. For architectural design review, the commission's recommendations are forwarded to the Planning Director for action. The procedures for this meeting are Robert's Rules of Order will be used to conduct the meeting. Each commissioner wishing to speak should be recognized by the chairperson before speaking. And yeah, wave, unmute, whatever you need to do in order to, so that I don't miss you. Well, I'll try and look at who's waving, but sometimes it's hard to see. The applicants submitted to the public should be recognized by the chairperson when testifying or asking questions. Public testimony for these remote meetings needed to be submitted ahead of time. Public participation is limited to only written testimony via email at planning@hawaiicounty.gov or submitted to the Hilo or Kona planning departments no later than 4:30 on October 23rd by mail or no later than 4:30 p.m. on October 21st by email. So each application will be heard in the order listed on the agenda. The staff will introduce each project. Applicants will be asked to make a presentation or statement, which will be followed by questions from the commissioners. Well, we talked about public testimony. The commission, after discussion, will vote to make a recommendation for approval, denial, or deferral. Okay, the minutes from, I believe it was August 4th, were distributed. The minutes from September 15th, which are on the agenda, I believe have not been distributed yet. So so let's just consider the minutes from our August 4th meeting. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Okay. So hearing no corrections, the minutes are approved. Are there any statements from the public? Roz or Deanne?
Hello, Chair. There's no comments from the public for this agenda item.
Sorry, there's a comment.
There was no comments received for the agenda.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so for the record, there's no statements from the public. Okay, the first item of new business on the agenda is well, it's actually not new business. The first item of old business on the agenda. The applicants, Alexandra and Tanya Agarov, submitted a revised application to convert an existing two-story single-family dwelling to a 2-unit duplex with 4 bedrooms each. The proposed project was previously reviewed by Kailua Village Design Commission on August 4th, 2020. The commission requested a resubmittal to better reflect what the project will consist of to allow the commission to better understand what changes will be made and installed for the proposed duplex. The revisions include number of bathrooms and bedrooms per unit, correct configuration of the off-street parking, location of fences and landscaping, and removal of septic tank location. The project is hooked up to sewer. Landowner, Alexander and Tanya Arakov, TMK 375022090. Location is 75-198 Alakai Street in Kailua Kona. Will staff please give us an introduction to the application?
Thank you, Chair. I just need to share my screen. Just take a moment. Are you seeing the title page?
Yeah, I can see the title page.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's the title page, convert the single-family dwelling to a duplex. Find my page turner here. This is the existing two-story residence. The applicant provided photographs of the parking to see how the parking. This would be for the proposed unit 1, 2 parking spaces provided for that unit. That was requested by the commission after the last meeting. This is 2 parking spaces on how the unit 2 would be proposed, and later on I'll show you the site plan he provided with the dimensions as required by the zoning code and the backup spaces. This is not ideal. This is what his current situation is with the downstairs storage and workshop areas to show that there is no bedrooms yet downstairs or any uses. It's just storage. That's unit 2, and I'm not sure if this must be unit 1 or 2 now. I cut off the top. This is in your packet. That's unit 2 where that one has been cleared. This is the landscape plan. He's provided the fencing as a dash line. That's bamboo fencing that goes around part of the boundary perimeter of the parcel boundary, and then it cuts closer to the footprint of the building around like this. He's got the landscaping that should be installed or will be installed. Here is the new site plan that he submitted. See if I can zoom in on this. So he's got the dimensions of 18 by 8.5 to the standard size parking space, and he's got the 24 backup space between these 2 parking spaces, and then the driveway's right there on the 1 unit, and then the 18 feet long by 8.5 wide with a driveway and the 24-foot backup space he's got noted here. So that's the 4 required parking spaces for 2 units. And the requirement was that it matched the landscape plan. Oops. And I believe he has done that this time. Oh, he didn't show. Yeah, he's got 2 spaces here and 2 spaces here now. And he's taken out the septic tank, which no longer is required. That was right here before. Here's the before site plan or floor plan showing the 2 workshops and 2 storage units, spaces downstairs. This is the first floor after. Let me zoom in. Oops. showing the bedrooms, 4 bedrooms in each unit, 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 bedrooms downstairs. But you see this level is the top level, so it has a kitchen here and a kitchen. Looking for the other kitchen. Oh no, I'm sorry, these are all the bedrooms downstairs. These are their bedrooms 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 for each unit. They're side by side. And this is should be the top floor. This is the top floor, so there's one kitchen, and there's the second kitchen, and there's 2 bedrooms upstairs here in this unit, and 2 bedrooms upstairs in this other side-by-side unit. And there's an exterior entrance, and there's the other exterior entrance. And this is a section showing the bedrooms 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or here's 1, 3. If you see 2, it's kind of an awkward section, but you see 1, 2, 3, 4 for the one unit, and then you see the lanai, so 2 and 3 must be in this one. Oops, sorry, hold on. Let me just go back to where I was. That's the elevation showing the roof, the asphalt type roofing, and the beige color for the exterior paint, and there's the 2 exterior entrances. There's another elevation. There's his separation of the wall. I don't know if that's of interest to anyone, but I'll blow up on it. That was a product before. Using it to separate the 2 units. I think that was the last slide. That is it. Any questions?
Hey, does anyone have any questions for Roz? No. Okay, I'm not hearing any questions.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's anyone for the applicant who's on the call. There's someone, Emily, looks like they're on. Does the applicant have anything they would like to present? Is there anyone on for the applicant? Okay, not hearing anything. I'm going to assume that they're not on the WebEx.
He did try and connect earlier. I'm not sure if we lost him or what.
The only person that there's someone on called Owner.
That's Brian Ching.
Okay, and then there's Emily.
That's our new clerk.
Okay, so yeah, so it looks like we don't have anyone for the applicant on.
Roz, hi, this is Rochelle. Do you want me to try to get him on?
Yes.
Well, I guess if they get on and want to present something, they can, but I suspect that we're not going to have any questions for them.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and move on to the discussion. And so I guess I'll begin by just saying it appears to me as though they, provided everything we asked. And to me, it's much more clear than it was before because they've got that sort of before and after of the ground floor. And I appreciate that they did pictures of the parking and they used like a van and a regular car. So it's not like they were trying to use subcompacts in there. And so I'm convinced. And I think that we should allow them to proceed. Commissioners, would anyone else like to have any input into the discussion?
Well, this is Commissioner Ikeuchi, and I 100% agree. I think this is much clearer than last time. I feel like they included everything that we asked of them in the last meeting. Seems like they really crossed their T's and dotted their I's with this, and it's a very clear intention about their plan for the home and what the intention for the home is. I really enjoy the landscaping as well, and the parking's planned out. Everything looks really good.
Okay, thank you, Michaela. Anyone else have any comments?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Commissioner Hetherington.
So, generally speaking, I agree. However, and this, it's a sketch, but if you compare the site plan, the plot plan, which has the parking on it, to the landscape plan, and if you look at on the bottom right-hand corner, the radius line, there's a dashed line that's with the 2828 listed on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that the parking spot crosses that line. Technically, that's not an issue, but if you go to the landscape plan, there's a tree there. Again, if you can zoom in, Roz, that would be good.
Yeah.
And if you look at that dashed line in the corner, they don't really match, and I understand what they're doing. I'm probably going to say okay, but it's according to this, there's a car parking where that tree is, and I'll be very surprised if that tree ever happens.
Yeah. John, I suspect that they're actually going to be parking closer to the building because that's where they've got the van in the picture.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been messing with this for a while. They're already going to do what they're going to do anyway, so.
Well, if I could make a comment about that, if they're on a corner, they have to have a clearance of 3 to 8 feet. So if those are palm trees, that would be okay. But we can adjust that parking to have it closer to the building anyway. So we can make those kinds of adjustments during plan approval. And I appreciate that you've shown it during the meeting.
Yeah.
There's nothing to stop them from moving the space farther up here. Really.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, there's
That's
room
a
to do
good
stuff, so.
comment. Yeah.
Other than that, looks okay to me.
Okay. Does any other comments, commissioners?
Yeah, Sean, this is Riley.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, after our last meeting, I went out to the site and I looked at the house. It is the nicest house on any of those nearby streets. When I look at their plans, it seems like they clearly are going to have a number of rentals downstairs, but what they're representing, they're going to do on this property, it's a drastic improvement from everything else in the neighborhood. It's really well done. Colors are nice, so I'm going to vote in favor of it.
Okay. Thanks, Commissioner Smith. Yeah, and I guess I sort of appreciate that, like they've shown the fences the way they actually are, and they've shown the interiors the way they actually are. So I'm sort of believing what they're saying now. If there's no further discussion, would anyone care to make a motion on this revised application?
I'll move that we approve the revised application since I was the person that moved to continue the matter in the first place. So
I will second that.
We now accept it as submitted.
Okay, so that's a motion to accept as submitted from Commissioner Worthington and seconded by Commissioner Sullenberger, I believe.
Yes.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Okay, I'm hearing no discussion, so let's go ahead and vote on this motion.
Okay, I'll call a vote, Chair. Commissioner Chi?
Aye.
Commissioner Cruzat is excused. Commissioner Hetherington?
Aye.
Commissioner Ikuchi?
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Kern? Thank you. Commissioner Riley?
Aye.
Commissioner Stellenberger, second the motion,
Aye.
and Commissioner Warchuk, motion maker. Sorry. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So that's a unanimous vote for the move to approve the resubmitted application.
Okay, great. So the motion is adopted. Very good. We don't have any items of new business. And so next question is, are there any administrative matters? There's nothing in the agenda. Okay, it looks like then the next thing is announcements. And it says the next meeting is tentatively scheduled for November 11th or November 10th. Are there, staff, are there any further announcements? Okay, no? Is there any further business?
One announcement, the next meeting is, there's nothing going to be for November 10th, so the next meeting is tentatively scheduled for November 24th.
Okay. Okay, so next meeting, tentatively November 24th. Okay. Thank you, Deanne. So if there's no further business, this meeting will be adjourned at 5:38 p.m. All right. Great job, everyone.
Woohoo! Take care.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey.
Thanks, Sean.